So yesterday, my computer was hacked. I went upstairs to grab something. I came back down, and as I was coming into the basement where my office is, I noticed that as I was coming towards the door, I saw that my mouse was moving around on my laptop. And I was like, what the heck is going on here? And so I ran in and I saw that my mouse was moving around and it was dragging like all these different things around. And I was like, what in the heck? Who got onto my laptop? Some guy from India or Russia or something like that? And and so I was like, oh my gosh. So I took my laptop upstairs and as I was showing my friend, I went like this and said, "Hey, look at the screen. The mouse is moving." And when I showed her, it stopped. I was like, "What the heck?" And so I was like, "Just wait for it." And it started moving a little bit. I was like, "What the?" And I was like, "Crap! Who hacked onto my computer?" And I used TeamViewer to get onto my computer remotely, but that wasn't being used. I was like, "I don't even remember." And so I took my laptop a little bit further away, and my mouse started moving. I was like, look, 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 it's moving. And it stopped right as she looked at it. And I took another step, and it moved around. I was like, what in the heck? Are they watching me or something? I like covered the screen or covered the camera, and I walked a little bit further, and it kept on moving around and around. And I went down the stairs, and it was moving around. I was like, wait a second. Oh, crap. I had the mouse in my pocket the whole time. I took the mouse and I had it in my pocket, and every time that I moved around, it was on my pant leg and it was moving around, it was moving the computer. That's how I figure out problems. That is exactly how I figure out problems. Before we go into these 6 things of how to solve problems, please subscribe to this channel. We're trying to get an arsenal of strong entrepreneurs and people just want self-help. This is how you get it through life education. So the way that I solve problems is exactly like this. I first question what is going on and why things are going on and how things are performed and when we should do things. I question constantly. It isn't doubt, it's faith. It's faith that I can have a better solution to things. Then after I question what is going on? Is somebody hacking my computer? I didn't jump to conclusions. Next, I brainstormed everything. I was like, man, could it be TeamViewer? Could someone have hacked my computer? Was my friend on my computer messing with me? I went upstairs, checked. I was questioning what was going on. I was looking at all the different solutions, and then I started testing different things. Okay, if I move a little bit, if I move my head this way or this way, I didn't follow all the steps in this. I figured the solution out sooner than I thought. But the next step would be to study others. Study what other people do, why they do it. YouTube is my greatest resource, along with having great friends and great influences in my life. People who have just been really great leaders to me. I've had several scout leaders and also businessmen and teachers and just different people along the way that have been great teachers who I study. I follow their examples. The next step is I talk about it with others, and that's what I did. I went upstairs to my friend and said, "Hey, what what do you think? What's going on? Do you think somebody hacked my computer?" And I study it out with them. Next step is I plan out what I'm going to do. So I come up with a solution for the problem. And in this case, I didn't need to make a plan, but in so many cases, when we're questioning things, when I'm questioning who to date or who to marry or what friend I should have, should I keep them this close to me? Should I keep them on my outside circle? Who should be my friends? How should I go forward with my business? So many different questions about life and about business. That's why I made this channel is talking about life and business because they're intertwined. I talk about it and then I plan out what I'm going to do. And number six is I follow through. If I make a plan and don't follow through, every single step before this, all five steps, it was a waste of time. But when I do follow through with my commitments, then I feel a sense of responsibility and I get things done. Uh, I wanted to quote Jim Valvano, and if you haven't heard him give his, I believe it's cutting the nets down speech, that is just phenomenal. It's an hour speech, and he goes into great depth on motivation and success. He talks specifically about success, about how many people just look at the future, their future successes, and the same thing goes with solving problems. Maybe we'll just want the solution now. Well, he agrees with me in the fact that he says that in my business, and he was a college basketball coach for North Carolina State. He won a championship in 1984 um, against unbelievable odds. And he said that in my business, you have to know from whence you came, where you are, and where you're going. And I know that's the same with these principles right here. So he has a phrase, a personal philosophy that he goes by that is you plus enthusiasm equals success. You plus enthusiasm equals success. And I've seen that in my personal life. And I just wanted to give one more story. I remember I got to go on a cruise a couple of years back in 2014, and that's when I started to question things a lot, and I didn't really know what was going on in my life and why I was doing certain things and why I wasn't and what I wanted to do with my life. And this journal right here, this notebook, is from the year 2014 to the beginning of 2015, and I have here in December 20th of 2014, I wrote down this specific process of how to solve problems. And I learned then, and I continue learning. It's been more than 4 years since that date that I wrote this down right here in this book, and this whole book is just gold to me. Please write down all of your thoughts and your plans, and please go through this process in your own personal and business life, and I know that you'll be successful. I know it. Hey, see you guys later. Remember to subscribe.